The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octo fam? We've got another merger here. V2G Technology, Vehicle to Grid Technology, leader Nuvve, and Newborn Acquisition Corp. NBAC enter business combination agreement. They transform electric vehicles into reliable, dispatchable, and monetizable assets, which lowers the cost of electric vehicle ownership while supporting the integration of renewable energy for a scalable and sustainable green society. Company projects revenue growth to outpace the EV charging industry. That's very interesting. I don't see how that's possible. Institutional investors commit to invest approximately $18 million in aggregate via a pipe, so they're giving them another $18 million. Gregory, the CEO, chairman of them, and existing senior management team will lead the combined company. Investor call should be today. In fact, it already happened. They're saying here they've got $57.5 million of cash in trust. It's pretty low. Today announced the signing of a definitive agreement. The company today also announced the signing of a definitive purchase agreement with 18 million more. It'll be the new ticker that will come out will be NVVE. Nuvve's proprietary V2G technology enables it to link multiple electric vehicle batteries into a virtual power plant to provide bi-directional services to the electrical grid in a qualified and secure manner. The VPP can generate revenue by selling excess power to utility companies or utilizing the saved power to reduce building energy peak consumption. What does that mean? Kind of the middleman. I'm still confused if they're actually making the chargers or not. They have their own brand. We don't know if they're making them. But what they're doing is they're saying, after you drive your vehicle, always plug in and just leave your vehicle there, because it'll take the juice that's in your batteries and shoot it out to the grid and either resell it to utility companies or share it to the guy next to you. I don't know how I feel about that, because batteries have life to them. They can only handle so many ups and down charges. The new batteries, of course, can handle a ton, But regardless, it's like leaving your engine running, sitting in your driveway. It's not polluting, but it's just putting more miles on it. I don't know if I'd be down for that. And how is that more cost effective when you're talking about like runtime for your vehicle too? If it's just plugged in and sucking your battery juice out? I don't know. Gregory, the CEO, said since our founding in 2010, we have successfully delivered its patented and proprietary vehicle-to-grid technology and services to fleet customers. Okay, I guess it would make sense then, kind of. Grid operators, electric utilities, and other stakeholders around the world. We have likewise partnered and integrated with multiple automotive manufacturers and electric utilities worldwide to enable adoption. I'm not getting any hardcore numbers though here. That's a known brand so far. To date, they're the only company in the world qualified with several system operations to commercially provide the grid flexibility services, electric utility system operations from the batteries electric. They hold a global portfolio of key technology patents covering bi-directional capabilities. So meaning, it can go in and out. So that's cool that they own those patents. Grid services with aggregated electric vehicles and has continued to build on its intellectual property portfolio by advancing the technology with commercial EV fleet deployments with both light duty and heavy duty vehicles. So, I guess I could see this with like UPS, they all pull up to the yard, or school buses, right? They all pull up and then they all plug in at night, and whatever remaining battery juice is shooting back into the grid and reselling it to the cities. And I think it's kind of cool, but that's again my question. The battery drain, isn't it going to kill the batteries, man? Where it has provided services for more than 4 years in Denmark with daily bidding on energy markets following recent announcements with leading OEMs in the North American electric school bus segment. Okay, so they are doing that. They're further developing its offerings by combining its turnkey solutions with finance packages to customers. So that's good. They're doing financing, so they're making money on the back end there, including equipment financing. the services. So they're charging them like maybe a monthly fee to do that. So they say for every dollar you make selling the energy back, we'll take 5% or something. Infrastructure and maintenance operations. So yeah, they'll come out and set them all up. Independent industrial analysis have projected the global technology market to be worth over 17 billion by 2027. Independent industry analysts. Yeah, but which one? Why didn't you name it? The rapid adoption of EV is driving the need for electric grid integration, which are your more common one-way electric charging stations. While Nuvve is able to manage this one-way vehicle grid integration, we believe that the integration of bi-directional vehicle to grid capabilities will help to stabilize the grid and reduce overall cost of EV ownership, which will be critical to long-term EV adoption. The system has successfully lowered the cost of electric vehicle ownership while supporting the integration of renewable energy and scalable, sustainable society. Green society, we look forward to leveraging this business. The combined company will be led by people in there. Okay, a transaction overview. Approximately 102 million subject to closing adjustments. Okay, as considered for the business combination, 10.17 million shares will be issued or reserved for issuance to existing stockholders. Okay, that's fine. In connection with the business combination, Nuvve signed a definitive agreement to the sale of approximately 14 million in equity to the institutional investors in a PIPE. Okay, for each share bought, the PIPE investors will receive 1.9 warrants, and exercisable of half a holding share. Okay, so the deal's fine, looks all right. 4 million bridge financing, fine upon the closing of the transaction, assuming no redemptions by Newborn shareholders. The resulting pro forma equity of the company will be approximately 200 million. I'd rather them keep the valuation low when it's supposed to be, versus like a lot of these SPACs are coming out. They're like, no matter what, it's like two or 3 or 5 billion. You're like, how's this company worth 2 billion? Pro forma net cash available at closing after estimated fees and expense will be about $70 million cash, and 57.5 million in Newborn's trust account. That's great. So, yeah, I mean, this seems fine. If it's a hard sell for me, how would it not be for other people? Am I just missing something here? So if you come down, they're showing, again, they're the middleman for the system. They actually do show here, they've got like places all over the world, right? You've got these Bluebird green electric buses in San Diego and San Jose and Torrance, California, using their little charger things. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Otherwise, why would they have it, right? I don't know. But you can see they've got their brand on it, on the charging setups. But, I mean, all over, Spain, France, London, UK, But how many have they sold? How big are they? I'm thinking they're not very big, though, with the valuation only 100 million. Which, again, I'm fine with. I'd rather get in early than not, but have to see how everything's diluted out and in. I do like that, if it does make sense to up and down drain the batteries and it doesn't kill them and stuff, then why not, right? Sell it back, and I guess it's kind of funny. It's like a modern day jumping your vehicle. Your buddy's on the side and needs to jump. You just hook up to the system and juice him up. That way you both have half a tank of electricity versus one person's got full and one's empty. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the investor presentation link down in the description for y'all. You can take a look and read a lot more about it. But I think essentially what we're looking at here is a middleman play, kind of a cool sector for charging stations. And they got those patents, and hopefully the patents can hold some weight. Here they're actually going right up against Blink and ChargePoint. EV 2021 revenue. So they're showing they're just completely undervalued compared to Blink and ChargePoint. 2020, yeah, so they're saying they're 23.9x versus ChargePoint's 34.2, and then you got Blink at 44.3x, which is almost 2x the valuation for the current year. So they're saying charge point's like 50% more expensive than them. But will people adopt this? How much more money does this cost the company to do it? You know, just because California adopts something doesn't mean the whole rest of the world will. They've obviously got it in Spain and stuff, but will the rest of the United States do it? Will it make sense? Are they only making money from California? And does it make sense for California because the state is paying them and there's extra tax credits or something? And that's why it's only happening in California? Why wasn't there one in Washington or Oregon or Texas? Or that's my questions. How much do these cost? You know, they said they got 15 patents. Y'all have any more information on this that maybe I missed or I'm skimming over, or maybe I'm missing the big picture of why this totally makes sense and why this could actually blow everyone out of the water? I can see the fleet thing. I just don't know if I'd want to be charging my neighbor's car as I'm charging mine, or as I'm not. Regardless, we have a Patreon if y'all haven't heard about it. I slide you guys information before I do videos. A lot of times like these, I sent a couple of the ones I'm doing today, videos out today, information last night, so y'all can get that a little bit before the rest. If you wouldn't mind joining that, it definitely helps out the channel. Y'all take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.